We are group number 4, and we will be talking about linear equations. My group is composed of Julio Ortiz, Anabella Mejía, Natalia Bautista, Miranda Pons, and myself, Virgilio Pizano. First, we will take the definition of a linear equation. It is defined as an algebraic equation in which a term has an exponent of 1, and the graphing of the equation results in a straight line. The formula of linear equation is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and means change in y, and change in x, and b is the y-intercept. Linear equations use one or more variables where one variable is dependent on the other. Almost any situation where there is an unknown quantity can be represented by a linear equation, like figuring out income over time, calculating mileage rates, or predicting profits.
Two planes which are 2,400 miles apart fly toward each other. Their speed differs by 60 miles per hour. They pass each other after 5 hours. We need to find their speed. First, our speed formula will be distance over delta time, in which x means speed, and our distance will be 2,400 miles. First, we put the equation will be 5x plus 5, x plus 60 equals 2,400. Then we multiply x times 5 will be 5x plus 300 equals 2,400. Then we add 5x plus 5x, which will be 10x, equals 2,000 minus 300. And then x will be 2,100 over 10 will be 210. Then that will give us the answer, in which our first plane will be 210 miles per hour, and the second plane will be 270 miles per hour.
Equations used in everyday life. Almost any situation when there is an unknown quantity can be represented by a linear equation, like figuring out income over time, calculating mileage rates, or predicting profit. Many people use linear equations every day, even if they do the calculations in their head without drawing a line graph. We can use linear equations to calculate wages based on an hourly pay rate, calculate medicine doses based on a patient's weight, calculate the perimeters of squares. One of the most helpful ways to apply linear equations in everyday life is to make predictions about what will happen in the future. While real-world factors certainly impact how accurate predictions are, they can be a good indication of what to expect in the future. Linear equations are a tool that makes making predictions possible. We can also calculate budget. A party planner has a limited budget for an upcoming event. She'll need to figure out how much it will cost her client to rent a space and pay per person for meals. With this equation, the party planner can substitute any number of party guests and give her client the actual cost of the event with the food and rental cost included.
Now I'm gonna show you an example of a linear equation with money. You loan a friend $2,000 at a 5% annual simpler interest rate. After how many years will he owe you $100 just in interest? This is a simpler interest rate problem, for which we use the formula I equal PRT. I interest, P principal, R annual interest rate, T time. In this problem, we are given $100 in interest. The principal is $2,000, the interest rate is 5%, and we are asked to find T, the time in years it will take for $100 in interest to accumulate. We plug all this value into the formula and we solve for T. After we solve for T, we got that T equals 1. It will take 1 year for $100 to accumulate.
Initially, train A and B are 325 miles away from each other. Train A is traveling towards train B at 50 miles per hour, and train B is traveling towards train A at 80 miles per hour. At what time will the two trains meet? At this time, how far did the trains travel? First, begin with the starting position of the trains. Y-intercepts. Train A starts at the origin of 0, 0. Since train B is 325 miles away from train A, initially its position is 0, 325. Train A is traveling towards train B, which has a greater y value. Train A rate change must be positive and equals to its speed of 50. Train B is traveling towards A, which has a lesser y value, giving B a negative rate of change minus 80. The two lines are thus: train A equals to 50x and train B equals to minus 80x plus 325. The two trains will meet where the two lines intersect. To find the two lines intersect, set the equation equal to each other and solve for x. Train A equals train B. 50x equals minus 80x plus 325. For solving x equals to 2.5. The two trains meet after 2.5 hours.
As we can see, linear equations have various and diverse uses. They allow scientists to describe relationships between two variables in the physical world, make predictions, calculate rates, and even allow them to make conversions, among other things. It is very simple to understand why linear equations are so important when talking about a day-to-day basis. In this presentation, we have shown some of the ways linear equations can be applied to real life, but there are many more examples that we can find. Thank you very much.